Get ready for one of the most heart-pounding, exciting action films of the summer. People riding bicycles. Premium Rush. Premium Rush stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Dana Ramirez, and Michael Shannon. The plot is very simple. It's basically about a group of messengers who ride bicycles and they work for this one company, and this is their job and they don't make much, but what they have to do is very simple. They have to get something that they receive from point A to point B in a certain amount of time. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is this one guy who's very unique because he doesn't have gears or brakes on his bike. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character receives a package which creates some dilemmas and a lot of troubles with Michael Shannon, who plays a dirty cop, and chaos ensues. We've never seen an action movie that concerns bicycles, and I mean, we've seen New York City as a location 1,000 times, but seeing like action sequences with bicycles that's centered around is a very neat concept. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of the best working actors in the business right now. And Michael Shannon as well. So, I mean, there's a potential at hand. A lot of potential. But this movie, for the most part, failed hard. I think the first act is well done and it establishes the world that we're going to be living in for the next hour and a half. And then the second act is very boring, and it fails to live up to expectations. And then the third act is just, there's no climax, there's no build-up, things just happen. The only person you really care about in this movie is Joseph Gordon-Levitt because, let's not kid ourselves, he's likable in any movie that he's done. Everybody else, however, especially Jamie Chung, who is actually the big centerpiece for this movie, you don't give a shit about her character at all. And when she's the centerpiece of the plot, you have to give a shit about her, but you don't. The script heavily lacked character development, good action sequences, and especially intensity. In a movie about bicycling and action sequences, there is no tension at all in this movie. I didn't feel any tension. Which leads me to the villain of this movie, Michael Shannon, who plays a corrupt cop who got into a little gambling problem. Michael Shannon is great. He's going to be General Zod in Superman next year, but in this movie, he is beyond terrible. He is one of the worst villains I've ever seen this year. This is probably the fault of the director, but the character is just played off so damn cartoony. He's a cartoon. All he does is moan, groan, curse. He doesn't do anything that's imposing at all. All he does is just go, damn it, ah! The action isn't bad, it's just nothing that's reinventing the wheel or anything that's going to make your mind blown. It's just average. There is one aspect I really liked about this movie, and it is the multiple outcome aspect. And what I mean by multiple outcome aspect is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this movie has like this superpower where you can't stop because he has no brakes, so he's constantly on the run with this bicycle, and when he goes into intersections, he has to make a decision on what direction he's going to go in. Also, Dana Ramirez, aka the hot girlfriend of Turtle from Entourage, she wasn't bad, she just wasn't anything special. I mean, she's really easy on the eye, she is pretty hot, but she doesn't bring anything to the table. They could have cast anybody in this role. So overall, Premium Rush is nothing special, it's wildly mediocre. This movie doesn't strike me as bad. It's not a bad movie at all, it's just really mediocre. I wouldn't recommend seeing this in the movie theaters, but if you caught this on TV, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad watch. It's not a bad sell. It's just, don't pay money to see this. Wait for it to come out on DVD and give it a rent. Having said that, I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 stars. If you have seen Premium Rush, what'd you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like this video as well. I've gone back to my old school ways from early 2012, and that is because college is coming up, and quite frankly, the whole green screen thing takes up a lot of time. It really does. And I could put out reviews much quicker and more essentially if I do it like this. And yeah, I am John from Mothman Jones Reviews. Michael Shannon, I'm very disappointed in you. please don't be a cartoon in any of the movies you make. If you are a cartoon, like you were in this movie in Superman, please don't let that happen.